Are you looking to build influence using TikTok? Well, stay tuned to this video. I'm going to share with you an exact framework you can use using the live feature on TikTok. Hey, Jason here. If you've been watching the channel, you've been seeing me go through Joburg, showing you how beautiful it is here in South Africa, how much I love it here, and how great of a place I consider it here. But most importantly, I've been talking to you about success, what it is, and how to get it in the three areas of life that I focus on, which are happiness, health, and wealth. And if you're new to the channel, the definition of success is the progressive realization of a worthy idea. And let's just be honest, man, building influence, having a way to monetize and really just name your price on how much you're worth is a very worthy idea. And so that's why I wanted to share with you what I've been doing while I've been studying different TikTok live videos and share with you a framework that I believe that would really help out. Not only if you already have a TikTok influence or while you're building it at the same time. And so let's go ahead and dig into it. So one of the things that I'm really liking about TikTok is going, they're really progressive on trying to make sure each other can communicate. So like we can talk to where it feel as much as face to face as possible. And so because of that, that's a really great feature. It opens up a lot of possibilities, not only from a branding standpoint, from a marketing standpoint, but also from what can you do in the terms of media? Like it's really evolving the social media aspect of it. And one of the things that I see that is really going into, which a lot of people are not noticing, is going into that talk show host type environment. People are now becoming their own talk show host within TikTok. And I'm seeing like people have loyal followers that are coming back each and every day watching the show. And these are people being tuned in for like 2, 3, and up to 4 and 5 hours. And I'm seeing people doing it while they're getting ready to work. People are doing it while they're at work. And people are just doing it while they're doing their regular everyday activities. Some people are even scheduling their time to wake up to tune into these shows. So that is very powerful. And so as I was analyzing all of these different channels, and I would like to call them shows because these people have done a great job creating their not only their following base, but they've done a great job of curating who they are on camera and how they're running their show. So like we should give a hand to them because they're really doing great work and they're laying the foundation for all of us. Like just because there's little things and little tweaks that I see, you got to give credit to where credit's due. Like if I didn't see them doing this on there, I wouldn't even know it was possible because I'll be honest with you, I didn't know much about TikTok until starting this year. And I've been able to build a following now of over 6,000 on there. And so I'm really loving the potential of it. And I think using TikTok in correlation with YouTube is a very effective strategy that can really become profitable for a lot of people. And they just got to start seeing the capabilities of the two together. Just checking to make sure my mic didn't go out. This is a lapel, just side note. This lapel I bought, man, it's really good as far as volume wise. However, it don't give you any warning when the battery goes out. So when it goes out, it just goes. But back to to what I'm talking about here. And so because I'm seeing this on TikTok through the different series shows that are on there, I'm saying like, man, if these shows just did a little bit of frameworking, they would actually be able to market themselves better. Because the way you scale, and this is how I've been taught, because I've been taught we learned from very high echelon marketing companies and people that are very high up in the marketing game as far as doing their own marketing for their businesses. So we're not talking about people who are traditionally educated. We're talking about people who took their business from nothing to, 6, 7, and some of them even 8 figures or more. And so because we learned from that level, like I've been trained now to see things on a different perspective. And so the way that I see using social media to really, really become profitable and to really start creating multiple streams of income off of even just 1 or 2 channels is how marketable are you being? Meaning you need to fall into certain guidelines. You need to fall into a framework that is marketable. And when you think marketable, you need to think of the soccer moms. You need to think of single dads, single moms. You need to think of 2-parent households. You need to think more of a family friendly oriented perspective. Like, is it going to be okay if somebody's child accidentally run on your channel? Is it going to be okay if someone's elderly parents, someone up in their age, a grandparent or something like that, run on your channel? Is it going to be okay if it's someone middle age? Is it going to be okay if someone at certain tax income brackets? Like, all of those things are different things that are marketable. And when you start understanding who you're trying to really market to your content, you can really start curating your content to where you're having endless content that's just steady making money for you over and over and over again. And that's the way I'm looking at the social media marketing game, because each video that you put out or each piece of content that you do, each show, like let's say if you're doing a TikTok live, each of those shows and then you download it and repurpose it somewhere else to where people can watch them. Each one can be a different multiple stream of income. And the reason why I'm saying like it's an endless amount of money you can put in there, you can do brand ambassador deals. So let's say if you're a dating site, doing one of the dating shows, 'cause I see a lot of speed dating shows on there, which are really, really good. Each one have their own perspective, and people are loving it, man. And like one I saw today, it was a guy and a girl. They actually plan on meeting up, and they're from different states, and they're really excited and was happy. So there's people out here doing good work, man. There's people out here really putting in the work. So like, I was really impressed from doing the research through TikTok and just studying the different channels and things. And because of that, like let's say if you're doing a dating show, like you can have different products. You can have different like board games. Let's say a couple's board game that's sponsored by whatever company it does one. And let's say one like the one me and Cece we used to like. What was the name of that game? Cards Against Humanity. That's the name of it. So like we used to have something we used to play as a couple. It was just fun for us. So let's say something like Cards Against Humanity, because I'm using a dating stuff. So it's a little, you can have something a little bit more inappropriate. You can have it to where, you're sending a game or something like that to both parties and you've been sponsored by that board game. And so you're able to make money through people buying the board games, using your special links, things like that. Or let's say if you have gift coupons for certain restaurants, things like that, that people can go on dates. Like all of these are different ways that you can just use your show to have brand ambassador deals in there. And that's one way. Here's another way you can have it just with brand ambassador. You could have it to where you just have the sponsor's name somewhere in your background. Have a nice green screen or neon lights with the sponsor's name on there. And that way people can start Googling them or going to their social media networks, checking them out. And as you're driving traffic to that company, that sponsor, you're making money off of that. And then as you can see, you're driving so much traffic, you can start renegotiating contracts to where you're now getting guaranteed money each and every month. Like that's all different ways that you can do that just from one show. However, if you're not marketable and you don't know who your market is, how can you ever release that potential of earning? And this is where a lot of people are messing up right now. They're doing the hard work. They're just not refining as they're doing the hard work. And so this framework is to help you refine. So the first thing that you want to do is you have to have people understand you must be on video. This is not an option. People want to see communication between people. So the way TikTok is doing it and the way they have their live platform set up where you can have multi-guests, like is to create the face-to-face experience, that feeling that you have when you're talking face-to-face. So when you have someone talking on camera and you can see them and then the next person responding is just a picture at best, and you just seeing the sound waves of their voice because they're speaking, it disengages people, which means now the people that you're marketing to, you're driving traffic to stay on TikTok, they're probably going to scroll somewhere else. You're losing that customer. And that's all part of customer retention. Like you have to look at the same business skills of brick and mortar and apply those to social media marketing also. So if you're going to build a channel and build it to where you're having shows or some type of series on there, you want to focus on customer retention. And the best way to have customer attention, they need to see physical faces. This is one of the reasons most of my videos are me talking to you. We're building relationship, like we're in the same room. You're seeing Jason talk to you. And that's one of the things why why not only I'm able to build like, know, and trust, but it's just a common psychological thing. As human beings, we want interpersonal communication. So we need to see each other on camera. And so that's one of the things it just have to be one of the things. If people don't want to do it, you just can't have them on your panel and things like that. The second thing is you want to actually have people understand, like, you need to speak in a neutral language. And what I mean by this is people need to filter themselves. This whole thing of, I'm going to keep it real. You got to accept me as I am. I'm going to say what I want to say. You don't allow people to do that on your social media platform. Your platform is your brand. Your platform is your baby. That's literally like giving a baby to an alcoholic and be like, hey, just watch him for a couple of hours. I'll be back. I'm just tired. You're not going to do that. So you need to stop giving people all of this power to your social media platform. People need to understand you need to speak, one, respectfully. You need to speak coherently. And also you need to not trying to be offensive to people. Like, so many people now, they're so used to being a faceless figure without any repercussions because no one's seen them face to face. They've lost respect. And respect must be maintained on social media also. If you ever see any of my lives, you see one of the things, like, I call people out real quick. And I let them know, as soon as I feel like you're trolling, I'm blocking you. You are not going to disrespect my baby. Like, my social media platform, my brand, my name, that's me. I'm not going to let anyone jeopardize that. And so you have to understand, as you're building your influence, or you already have your influence, you need to start refining it. People need to watch their language. It needs to be respectful, and it needs to be marketable. People, you can't market. Let's just be honest with you. You can't market a language only a small subgroup people understand. So, like, if it's a bunch of slang and all of that, it's not marketable. And you just need to start asking yourself, would Coca-Cola or some big company like that invest in this? And if the answer is honestly no, why are you investing in it? Like, we have to start being real with ourselves. Like, so many channels of things that I'm seeing they're holding themselves back from being able to make as much money as they want to. And one of the biggest reasons is being the language. People are not monitoring the language. Some of the things that I heard this morning on one channel, I had to get off because I was just like, this is toxic. This is horrible. Like, no one should be hearing this. And I'm like, this is like 6, 7 in the morning already. And man, it's like, y'all woke up with this much violence in your heart. Like, you need to go pray and go bathe in some holy water or something. It's like, you can't allow that. And you have to really understand respect is very, very crucial. Like, no Google Analytics, TikTok Analytics, no algorithm is going to promote vulgarity. Like, no algorithm is going to promote toxicity. It's just not going to happen. And so you have to make sure that is not existing on your channel. And then the third thing you want to do is, this is the simplest one, just have brand congruence. And what I mean by that is, what is your colors? What is your background? What is your dress? Like, all of that needs to start being congruent. So many people think like, oh, okay, I'm going to just show me. I'm going to show how I am. You need to be congruent. Don't be too comfortable on camera. Don't be too comfortable showing every part of your house. People don't need to know exactly where you live. People can have hints and clues. Like, people may have a general location, but people don't need to know who is all in your life. Like, you need to have sterile areas. So, like, this is what I mean by brand congruence. Like, you need to be in sterile areas. If you see all of my videos throughout YouTube, TikTok, wherever, unless I'm in a restaurant or somewhere like that, I don't give you every single thing of where I'm at. I don't even let you know when people are with me. Most people don't know that. A lot of times people think I'm filming alone all the time. And there's plenty of times I have people with me, sometimes with a group of people. Like, I use my brand congruence, meaning I sterilize wherever I'm at in an instant. Like, even if, like, if you saw some of the videos where I was filming at Four Ways Market, at the Rustic Timber Market when I was filming there. I had people with me there at the market. I was just, I don't film people with me. Like I make sure my brand congruence is always in place. And that just means having a sterile area. Like if you're out in public, don't have people walking behind you. Don't have people just getting in your video. If you're out on a date somewhere and you just want to show a quick glimpse of where you're eating at, people don't need to know who you're with. That is not part of your brand. Unless your brand is a guy or a woman that's dating, you're showing what it is dating in the modern world, then you would show things like that. But even still, unless that person is doing some kind of branding of themselves, like out of respect to them, don't bring that attention to them. Like think about it. For my TikTok, I have 6,000 people follow me. Let's say if I'm on a date or something with someone who lives, just a regular, they're working their 9 to 5, doing their regular day life. They don't do any of the social media things minus scrolling through it and maybe post something every once in a while. Then I post them with me. Now people have found their account. Let's say if just 1,000 people just go over and start flooding their account, that can be overwhelming to a person. I get overwhelmed even to this day to where it's like I get all of these messages coming in at times. I get people flirting at times. Like it's too much sometimes. And really look at it like I'm talking about it. I only approach it from a business perspective. So there's messages I have to go through and delete on a daily basis. People leaving their numbers, people thinking I'm using social media for dating. So they're trying to ask me out on a date as if it's a friendly, it's craziness. And so think about if I'm doing it as making it my profession, how would someone who just uses just a regular day activity feel with that type of stress and pressure coming in at once? It would be too much for them. So like, make sure with your brand congruence, if your branding is you, all of your content need to be focused about you. People don't need to see whoever else is in your life. People don't need to know what all those things about your life. So like my life, I brand around happiness, health, and wealth. So I give you a snapshots of happiness, health, and wealth in my life. So for me, because I'm branding it in those three areas, and also because I'm comfortable with speaking about certain aspects of my personal life, such as I'm walking you through how am I overcoming the grief of losing my wife. So like come next month, I'm going to actually walk you through my seasonal depression. I'm going to walk you through each day of the person who I love that is no longer here with me and show you how that affect, not only how it affects me, but walk you through that emotional healing of it around my birthday, because I want to start being able to celebrate the day the remembrance of the day that I came into this physical existence. And so I'm going to walk you through those things. I'm walking you through as I'm building my social media influence, my big empire. I'm walking you through the digital things that I'm learning, like how I'm using artificial intelligence. Who is it good for? Who can benefit off of these things? I'm walking you through all of those things. I'm going to be walking you through as I start building my not liabilities, my assessments, my assessment, my assets. I don't know why am I saying assessments. Like, man, I've been doing too much work this morning. But building my assets where I'm going to be investing more into gold, investing more into real estate with Grant Cardone. As I'm doing those things, you're going to be seeing that also. You're going to be seeing as I'm probably going to be investing in future real estate here in South Africa and other countries throughout Africa. So like you're going to be seeing all of those things because I'm comfortable with it. Like I know who Jason is. I know what I want to share with everyone. I know what I don't want to share, but also I know how to keep myself private. Like I know how to keep me. I have my me time schedule. And so because I have these things in place, and also because I've been doing this for so long, and plus being, I don't think a lot of people understand when you leave your home country, like everything's different. Like you become the exotic person, whatever country you go to. So it's always like all eyes on you. Everybody wants to know you. So because of having that for the last 8 years, that have also taught me how to hold myself reserved, to hold my private time, to disappear and go off the grid, even though I'm not off the grid. And so because of that, like a lot of times people don't understand, like, how can I do it and how do I switch it on and off so easily? And it's because I've been experienced. I've been weathered through it just from the traveling and Just think about if your everyday life is everywhere you go, everybody want to know your story and know more about you and talk to you and connect with you. It becomes overwhelming. And so for me, building influence on social media now and seeing how it mirrors the same thing, it's the same thing. So I know how to manage it in the physical world. And so it's just even easier managing in the digital world. And so I just really wanted to share that with you. So like, if you're one of those that, if you want to build a channel on YouTube, not YouTube, I'm sorry, TikTok, especially doing the live feature, and you want to do like some kind of talk show type thing, advice, dating, whatever the realm, the spectrum is, like the opportunity is out there, and start now. Start getting comfortable with talking on the camera. Start getting comfortable with doing videos, like even just simple things like this. Talk about what is the content you want to start curating. Who would like to be a guest on there? Like, it's so much opportunity out there now because we're not going back to the TV sets, guys. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. Once consciousness has been stretched, it doesn't go back into the spectrum that it used to be. Even movie theaters, like I guarantee you, the first theater that comes out with 3D movie experience using the Oculus, to where now you can just go in, set in at any time, start your own 3D experience in the movie, and you're not worried about times, lines, things like that. Those are going to be the companies that start progressing and making the most money. Like, we're in a new world. We're in a fully digitally integrated world, and we have to accept it. And but not only just accept it, like, how can you capitalize off of it? Capitalism is still here. Capitalism is a great system for a reason. And it gives everybody the equal opportunity to be able to make money when new opportunities arise. And we're in a new industry now. The digital industry is a baby. Like, people, I remember 3 years ago, Dean Graziosi was talking about how the knowledge industry is at its infancy and it's so big. But guys, the digital industry, the whole sentient being of the digital industry is at everyone's fingertips, literally at our phone, and we're scrolling through it, and we're not aware of what's really going on around us. And we gotta wake up. And I'm telling you, like, if you start looking at the digital and social media world the way that I'm talking about it, you will start seeing like you can make so much money in a very short time. I'm not talking about to get rich quick. I'm talking about investing 2 to 5 years of your time and putting into it. And by that time, it's going to become fun. It's going to become something you want to continue doing. And so just wanted to share that with you. Like, I'm telling you, man, it's opportunity out here. Don't wake up and let 2, 3 years pass you by and you're like, damn, I wish I would have done it when Jason told me to. Come telling you, you're going to do it 2, 3 years from now. You might as well go on and do it now. Why not? And so if you like this content, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you subscribe so you can get information like this, which I do daily. Each day I put up a new video that I film live. That way you can get information. And I share with you stuff like how this, like, what are the things that I'm studying on social media? Why am I studying it? What is the framework you can use to become successful from it? And so this is just not only show you the shortcuts that I'm taking, but give them to you also, because look, man, we're not in competition anymore. It's all about collaborating. And as soon as you get bigger, that even helps me get bigger. You just don't realize it. Because as we're building these algorithms together, the algorithms start supporting one another. And so just remember this, guys. I'm Jason, and success is simple once you know how.